I have seen women get online. They have 3 kids by multiple different men. They're 250, 300 plus pounds. Clearly, they're clinically obese. They're overweight. They're out of shape. They haven't been in the gym since they've been in high school. They don't have a gym membership. And they have all these crazy, ridiculous standards.
Damn, dude, this guy's tiny. He must be a dwarf. Sorry, I'm not interested in being friends with midgets. Midgets piss me off.
A few moments later.
The comments under this video have been distasteful, disgusting, and outright disrespectful.
The comments under this video have been distasteful, disgusting, and outright disrespectful.
The overall moral and theme of this video is, be careful what you wish for, because it might come true. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Be careful what you put out into this world. Be a positive or negative energy. Whatever you say could definitely come back to haunt you, and that's what it's doing to this female. Matter of fact, if you look to my right, all you see is comments of dudes, and these are hundreds upon thousands, saying A cup this, and they've gone to all her social media platforms. She actually got one of her TikTok accounts banned, and she created another one, and all you see is dudes comment A cup. I mean, they're not letting it go. They're really letting it on thick to this female, because guess what? She thought she was much better than everybody else. She wants a certain thing. She wants a certain guy that is packing a certain length. But if a man says, I want a woman who has this, I want a woman who has that, if he states his certain preferences and the things he desires from a woman physically, all of a sudden the world comes crashing down. All of a sudden, all you men are mean. All you guys need help. All you guys are losers. See, they don't like when the mirror is turned in front of them. They don't like to look at their flaws and the things they need to change. Because when they do that, that means that they're not perfect. And every woman thinks she's perfect. Every woman thinks she's a queen. I have seen women get online. They have 3 kids by multiple different men. They're 250, 300 plus pounds. Clearly, they're clinically obese. They're overweight. They're out of shape. They haven't been in the gym since they've been in high school. They don't have a gym membership. And they have all these crazy, ridiculous standards. I'm quite sure you guys seen it online, these dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, all these different things, where you got the most unattractive women, the most basic women saying, I want this. You got to be able to do this. You got to be able to do this. And you're looking like, are you kidding me? Are you delusional? And these women mean it. So guys, make sure you uphold your standards, because your status as a man is actually reasonable. Those things can change as opposed to a man's height, as opposed to what a man's packing down below, right? As opposed to a man's skin color. You can't change those things. But what you can do is be the best version of yourself. Never let a woman make you feel like you're inferior or you have to meet her standards just so you can fit in. Because this thing, women like to move the goalposts. So they'll say something like, well, he has to be a gentleman. And you're like, okay, I'm a gentleman. Okay, he has to open a door for me. So I open the door. He has to give me flowers. You get her flowers. He has to bring me chocolate. You get her chocolate. He has to take me over here. You take her over there. He has to do this. And so everything is going to continue to snowball, and she's going to ask for more and more and more. This is why you should be yourself. Be the best version of yourself. So when you meet women, they're going to be attracted to you for you, and you'll be that complete guy. Listen, women, for the most part, are flawed. I'm going to be honest. And they know they're flawed. Why do you think they wear makeup every single moment of the day? It's $1 billion business. Because women know that if I don't look a certain way, I won't be able to attract a certain guy, right? I won't be able to go out and get the attention that I want. So as a man, make sure you have your standards and you uphold your standards. Don't try to bend and break and say, well, I haven't got laid in a while. I want a girlfriend or no. If a woman is overweight and you know you go to the gym, you know you're in shape and you're striving to be better and taking care of your health, and you clearly see that whether she's thick or BBW, whatever you guys call them, listen, don't bend. Don't say, well, she's kind of cute. No, because she's going to be overweight and she's going to gain more and more weight because she never developed any good habits prior to you guys meeting. So you think you're going to change her? You think you're going to say, hey, let's go to the gym and she's going to go consistently? No. Listen, if a woman isn't ready to be that woman for you, and you meet her and she has all these different issues going on, don't try to change her, because you're going to strain yourself. You're going to frustrate yourself. If a woman is not on board with your program and says, you know what, I'm willing to change, I'm willing to do this, let me do what I have to do to get myself, my body, my physique, whatever in line, then just cut her loose, right? So guys, if a woman says, I want a guy who's 6 feet tall or whatever, trust me, that's just online dating. Women say that all the time on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, all these different dating apps. They want a guy who's 6 feet tall, must be 6 feet tall, must make me laugh, must do this, must have all this. And you're looking at these women like, are you kidding me? You're just a basic female. What makes you so special? And when you ask this question, what do women usually say? What you mean? Well, I'm just me. Or if you say, so what do you bring to the table? They get frustrated. They feel some type of way because they know they can't measure up. And so many women want to live a comfortable, easy lifestyle. They don't want to do the necessary work to better themselves, to get a certain thing out of life or attract a certain guy or keep a certain guy. So they want you to conform to them. This is why you see all these commercials. You see all these women talking about body positivity, right? All these different women saying, well, I'm big, I'm beautiful. Every woman is sexy. Every woman who has curves is beautiful. And they're trying to brainwash you guys so you won't have a healthy woman. But at the same time, you never see commercials of men who are overweight, who are severely obese, who are out of shape. Those men being advertised on Calvin Klein commercials, on different lingerie commercials. You don't see those type of men or commercials. You don't. You know why? Because women know that, ew, I don't find a big guy attractive. A guy who's overweight, ew, that's unattractive. Matter of fact, I've even seen women post online where they say, I'm a bigger girl, I'm chunky, I'm fluffy. They use every other term as opposed to saying, I'm overweight, I need to lose weight, I need to get my body and mind and health together. They use anything to say and to justify them looking a certain way. But they don't want a guy who is 250, 300, 400 pounds. They think it's disgusting. So why as a man should you change? You're asking for the bare minimum. I mean, a woman being in shape, that's just, everybody should be in shape. Everybody should aspire to look and feel healthy, right? So if a woman is not meeting that standard, I mean, she got to go right away. Just because you're going through a dry spell or you haven't got laid in a while, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to stoop down instead. No, don't do it. Because the only thing you're doing is giving her a bigger ego because she's having sex with a guy who's been working on themselves. As opposed to you as a man, you're not even having sex or getting with a woman who's her best self. But so many women want a guy who's his best self, who's been working and grinding, doing what he's supposed to do. But when it comes to women changing, and we all know women don't like change. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to say, you know, maybe I need to get it in gear. Maybe I need to do this and that. Now, there's a small percentage of women who do, but overwhelming majority, there's so many women who have all these standards and they don't even meet those same standards. I've seen women who are 5'2", 5'3" say, I want a guy who's over 6 feet tall. And you're thinking like, are you kidding me? That doesn't make any sense. Matter of fact, I did some research. According to the economictimes.com, the U.S. population, men who are 6 feet or taller minimum, are 14.5%. Go look it up yourself. That's a little over 1 in 10 men. And when it comes to guys who are 6 feet 2 or taller, only a percentage of 3.9 of those men are in the United States. Think about that. That's 1 in 20 men or so. So all these women are looking for a unicorn. They're looking for a guy who doesn't exist pretty much. And if that guy does exist, and I'm one of those guys, I'll tell you this, I'm 6'3". Doesn't really matter when it comes to actually in person. But online, these women love guys who are 6 foot or taller. I mean, they'll swipe around at you. All you got to say, I'm 6 feet. And they're like, okay, cool. Right? It's easy online because so many women live in a superficial world. And they have these Nerf standards. And they can say, oh, I want a guy who's this. I want a guy who's that. And you're looking like, so what do you bring to the table? You're just a basic girl. If you look out and about in person, if you go in public and everything like that, go to the malls, go to this, you see couples, usually the guy is like 5'8", 5'9", right, on average. The woman's like 5'4", 5'5". It's not that big of a height discrepancy, right? So don't live online. Don't feel bad or feel some type of way because a random chick has gone viral and she's talking about, I want a guy who's 6 feet or taller. Women don't live in that sort of reality. But when they get in, online, they're like, Yeah, I can have this standard. Yeah, he got to have this. Because most of these women don't even measure up themselves. They can't even meet any man's standard. But they want to have all these different criterias and things that you must do. So guys, make sure you're getting your just due. If you're working hard, if you're being the best version of yourself, then great. Then you should be demanding and expecting a quality individual to come into your life. Not a burden, a woman who's just there and riding your coattails. Here's the things that you can't change. You're a package, which you were born with. I'm paraphrasing, keeping it PG-13. And your height and your skin color. You can't change those three things. But what you can do is be the man, be that complete guy. Because what you'll attract is the woman who wants to be around you. Just think about it. If you're actually with a woman who's with you because you're 6 feet tall, you're like, okay, that's it. So if she meets another guy who's 6 feet or taller, maybe a couple inches tall or whatever, you think she won't jump ship to go be with that guy? Most likely she will. Because so many women, they think that a guy having these qualifications makes him a good man, makes him a quality guy. But it doesn't. Me being 6'3", how do you know me? Now, I'm a quality guy. I think I'm a good man. But overall, how can a woman know who I am? What if I'm a crazy individual? What if I take meds? What if I have all these different things going on? See, that's the thing. So many women, they get with guys based on superficial, weak things. So guys, don't feel bad. Don't feel some type of way if you see a woman comment something or make a video, which all these women are doing. Oh, if he's not this, if he's not that, if he's not that, then he's a loser. You start looking, really? So what are you? So what do you have going on with yourself? And if you try to have some standards or you state things, we all know women love to try to shame and say, well, you're a loser. You're misogynistic. You can't get laid. You would never get a girlfriend ever. All because as a man, you have standards. And the standards you have, a woman can actually change that. See, men don't ask these crazy things. We're very simple creatures. We want a woman who's fit, feminine, and friendly. We want a woman who gives us sex, silence, and sandwiches. That's basically it. A woman can work on that every single day. We're not asking a woman who to be 5'2" or this or that, right? Most men are just happy with a woman who is his partner. A woman who is submissive, one who's fun to be around, or who doesn't stress him out and gives him occasional sex. But women, on the other hand, they want all these different things because so many women have been trained to think that they deserve the best of the best, but they're not even the best themselves. They're all average.